Hi, this is Monique Shelton, mother of 5 fabulous children. Been married to my husband for 26 years now. It's our anniversary. It was last week. And so he's wonderful. We had a wonderful time. I just wanted to bring you the word of the week. So it's part 3 of my testimony. And so the word I'm going to give is the same because that's what we're working on right now is Revelations 12:11. They overcame him by the blood of the Lamb and the word of their testimony. So I am bringing my testimony in several parts until it's finished. I'm not sure how long that will be, but I know it's for somebody. I'm being obedient to the Lord who told me to record my testimony, and it is quite the testimony. So I already explained that I was from California, that my childhood was very rough. My parents were abusive and divorced, and very hard high school years. I ended up being put in a mental institution for like a week or two. I don't know. It was just seemed like the Twilight Zone. It was very hard and strange in there. And eventually I did graduate from high school, and that was fabulous, but I was still lost and not knowing what to do with my life. And so I continued just partying and being promiscuous. And at the age of 18, I had a job and I ended up pregnant. And at that point, I was distraught. I didn't know what to do. I just was ashamed. I'm like, what are the people at my job going to think? And I loved children, but I felt like I couldn't handle pregnancy. I didn't have a stable relationship. I didn't even know whose baby it was. It was between 2 young guys that were not ready for fatherhood. I wasn't ready for motherhood. And but by this time I had gotten into a program called Al-Anon, which is a support group for people who have family that have drugs and alcohol. And so I did have somebody that I was talking to that was helping me, and I wasn't sure what to do. So I ended up sadly having an abortion. And this is like what it came to. And I just remember it was a horrible experience. I remember going into that clinic. There were picketers outside. They just seemed very angry and not very loving or kind or understanding how much stress that I felt, that I had a job, but I nowhere near felt ready for motherhood, and that I had come to this decision really alone, because even the young men that I was seeing weren't stable. They weren't good people, living good lives. They lived the party life and the drug life. And so I went there and I was very distraught. I was very broken. I was by myself. I went by myself because, there was like no one. I know that the person had offered for me to stay with them, the person in that group, that I could recover, but I didn't, and I didn't talk to my family. My family was broken. I mean, nobody really knew that I was pregnant. It was just a burden I carried all by myself. And so I went in and I was full of sorrow. I was full of sadness, but I didn't see any way out and any way through it, even carrying the baby to full term. It just seems like I had no other option. So I went in and, it was just darkness in there, and I was so broken. And, it was very cold. The people in the clinic were very cold. And it was it was just a horrible thing, like a horrible procedure. I felt very empty and very torn. There was no consolation. There was not really a lot of counseling about like what you could do. It was very short. Like, this is okay. This is your choice of what you're going to do. And I remember they went in and they they scrape you out. It's awful. I won't give you all the gory details, but I was a sobbing, broken mess, and it felt horrible. And, this is the type of things that happen to brokenness and broken people. And so that's part 3 of my testimony. And I know it's hard. I would never counsel anyone to do that now. Life is very precious. I feel like broken people just don't realize, that there is a way and there's a hope and there's a God that will help do all of this. And so thank you for listening. Have a blessed week. And we're going to do part 4 next week. Have a blessed week. Here's my puppy. Can you say hi to Raymond? Cease man. All right. Love you. Bye.